Hello folks, welcome back to the garage. First off, my sincere apologies for my absence. This has purely been down to work commitments and me just trying to catch up with life. Second point I'd like to make before we get going is those of you that have subscribed, thank you very, very much. Honestly, you cannot know how much it actually means to me when I see the subscription numbers going up. I am only a small channel. Every subscription helps. With that in mind, if you like what you see on this video, please consider subscribing, maybe look at some of the other videos, and let's get cracking on today's subject. Recently, some of you may be aware of the fact that Arai have upgraded and brought out a new version of their premium RX-7 helmet. They've had, for the last few years, the RX-7V, as you can see over my shoulder. They've now upgraded that to the RX-7 Evo. Now, I've been in the market for a new helmet for a little while. So I've been looking around, and I do like my RX-7 that I've already had, which I've had for a few years. Lovely helmet, really comfy, does everything. So, I recently found online that one shop was selling outgoing stock of the RX-7V for £200 less for the newer version of the RX-7, the Evo. So I took the plunge and bought myself one. Now the reason I did this was some of my helmets, I've got about 5 or 6, I swap and change, so one helmet doesn't get constantly used all the time, but I do have my favourites. One of the lids that I've not been using very much recently was my older Schuberth C3 Pro flip front. The reason for that is it just felt heavy compared to the showy Neotech 2 that I've got. So as a result, I retired the Schuberth. Those of you that are subscribed, you may remember I did a review on a Ruroc Atlas 2.0. Initially, I liked it. Wore it a couple of times for short trips, and I was starting to get pressure points. So I knew it was not a lid I could wear for an extended period of time. On the second time I went out with that helmet, one of the retaining clips that holds the visor on fell off, and I was less than a mile from my house. Now, in over 10-15 years plus of riding, I've never had that happen with a lid before. And as a result, I lost confidence in the helmet. I wasn't that happy with it anyway, truth be told. So I've retired that one as well. And in replacement, I bought myself this, the RX-7V in frost white. Now, as you can see, I also changed the visor, got a dark visor, and at the same time, having previous experience with an RX-7, I upgraded to the slightly thicker cheek pads. These are the 35 cheek pads. As standard with the helmet, they come with the 30 density pads. You can also get 15, 20, 25 density pads, so they're thinner. The nice thing about that is, once you've got the shell size and the helmet that fits your head, you can change the cheek pads to actually fit your face better. Now, one of the other things I did was, when I got this helmet, I deliberately chose the frost white for 2 reasons. One, it was about £70 to £100 cheaper than with a nice fancy paint scheme. I'd spoken to a lady journalist. She had a lovely design on her helmet, custom paint job. We got talking, I asked her where she got it done, and as a result, I'm now in talks with the same custom paint designer to get this done in a paint scheme for me. I've got a big birthday coming up, so the paint scheme I've chosen is something about me. You'll see that paint scheme when I get it back from the paint shop. The lid is literally straight out the box and will be going to the painters in the next week or so. I will let you know, and I will post a little video on it when I get it back. The next video I have coming up is my take on cleaning and lubing a motorcycle chain. Okay folks, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Speak to you soon, keep rubber side down and stay safe.